Draymond Green has been one of the key pieces to the Warriors' title run over the past 5 years. He's been one of the best defenders in the NBA over their title run, and he's been a serviceable offensive player. He had proved to be an effective cutter off the ball, an effective passer, and a decent jump shooter from 3. But this season, we've seen a whole different Draymond Green. He's scared to shoot the 3 ball, he's scared to shoot the mid-range shot, and he seems he can only make a shot within 3 feet of the basket. So, what's happening to Draymond, you might ask? Is it the arrival of DeMarcus Cousins? Does he have some internal beef with Kevin Durant? Or is it something else? In this video, we're gonna find out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and let's jump into the video. We all know that Draymond's been struggling this season, and there's been memes about him shooting like he has a backpack on his back, but let's take a deep dive into the numbers and see how bad he's really been this season on offense. If you look at the card that's coming up on the screen, you're going to see his stats from his best season of his career, the first season he played with Kevin Durant, and this season. Looking at the screen, you can see a progressive drop in field goal percentage ever since Durant came to the team, especially in the 3-point shooting category. His scoring numbers have taken a significant hit ever since his best season, and his rebound numbers have dropped as well. His assist numbers have stayed the same, but you'd think it'd be better this season given that he has Durant and Cousins on his team. But does his drop in field goal attempts really translate to his scoring averages being cut in half in just 3 years? No, I don't think that's the case. There have been a number of incidents where Draymond has just refused to shoot the ball even when he's wide open. Some teams have even treated him like Ben Simmons. The problem isn't that Draymond Green is shooting too many 3-pointers, in fact he's only shooting 2.5 threes per game. The problem is that his defenders sag off all the way to the paint, making it a lot harder for his teammates. This problem might not bode well for some of the Warriors' stars. DeMarcus Cousins is primarily a post-up player, and because Draymond can't shoot, Draymond's man can help off and help double Cousins. This makes Boogie's ability to score a lot harder, and if they kick it out to Draymond, I think it's a gamble that teams are willing to pay. This also doesn't help Kevin Durant's style of play. I know KD can shoot threes, but I think his best weapon is his mid-range game and his finishing. But because Dre can't shoot, his man can help off and clog the paint. This means Durant has to settle for long twos instead of pull-up jumpers in the paint or the free throw line area. This could also hurt Curry and Thompson, but not to the degree of the last 2 players that I talked about. So, what could be the real problem with his offense? Well, in my opinion, I think it's that he's focused way too much on defense, and that he's too focused on winning the Defensive Player of the Year award because it could offer him a supermax contract if he wins it. Draymond has stated in interviews that he wants the Defensive Player of the Year award so badly because he won All Defensive Second Team last season. But looking at the numbers from last season, I'm not surprised that he made the second team. Gobert was a great defender last year, as always. Anthony Davis, he's Anthony Davis, and Robert Covington is one of the best perimeter and post defenders in the league. So yes, it might be easy to say he wants to win the award, especially given his competitive personality. But what if I told you that he wants to win the award because it's money motivated? There's a certain clause in Draymond's contract that states if he wins the Defensive Player of the Year award, or if he makes it to an All-NBA team, he's eligible for the Supermax and could make up to $235 million. And on top of that, Draymond has stated in interviews that he's not willing to take a pay cut this summer and he wants to get paid. So although this may be a theory, you could say that Draymond has not been focusing on offense as much as his defense. However, another thing that you could say is that Draymond's toe injury earlier in the season may be still affecting him, and that could be affecting his jump shot given that you jump off the ground when you shoot. Maybe his toe's bothering him, I don't know. And he also injured his ankle last game against the Rockets, so he'll have more time to rest. Maybe his toe will fully heal along with his ankle, and maybe we'll see a more efficient Draymond Green. But you know, given Steve Kerr's reaction to the injury, I don't think they really cared. Just putting that out there. Now, the final question of the video is, how can Draymond come back to full form? How can he go back to his offensive ways that he was playing like in his 2015-16 season before Durant came? And in my opinion, I think the best thing that Draymond can do is start setting more screens. The Warriors have him initiating the offense most of the time, but they're forgetting one of Draymond's best qualities is his screen setting. Even though some of them might be illegal, the NBA refs don't even call it. What this does is get Draymond's defender involved, meaning that they can't sag off and they'll have to make a decision. Draymond is actually a pretty good finisher at the rim, and he can pass off to an open shooter because we've known he's capable of doing that. A pick and roll with either Curry or Durant would be especially deadly. Their gravity would suck both defenders, and Draymond would be either left open in the perimeter, or he'd be an open roll man. If he decides to roll, he can dump the pass off to the center down low, or he could kick it out to the weak side shooter for an open three-pointer. Or if he decides to stay on the perimeter, he can shoot the ball, or he can drive it to the basket, or he can swing pass it to the shooter. If Draymond sees a couple of his threes going in, I think he'll have a lot more confidence shooting the ball, and he should see better results. But even with all those suggestions, it's really up to Steve Kerr on what he wants to do. And I don't think he's going to be changing anything anytime soon, because the Warriors are still the #1 seed in the Western Conference and favorites to win the NBA championship. Don't be surprised to see Draymond Green not on the Warriors next year, especially since he won't take a pay cut and because his relationship with Steve Kerr isn't the best. But with all that being said, let me know in the comments down below if you think Draymond could improve this season and if he's going to stay with the Warriors. Don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and please turn on post notifications. I'd appreciate it a lot, and with that being said, have a good one.